afternoon, everyone. So here we are to continue with our impact in our series, where we shall be interviewing and discussing world-class experts, coaches, and mentors from 35 plus sector in which Business Chacha is dealing. Just to give you an overview, the current scenarios and in and out of the sectors, like what is currently happening in the economy, if we connect it in the nowadays. And just to continue for the same, today we are about to discuss beauty and wellness sector, and this is our first session to consult regarding what is actually happening and what are the career prospect and future of this sector. And for the same, today we have Miss Ritika Vasudev with us on our platform. So I am welcoming Ritika ma'am over here on our platform, and it is honor for us to have you here and just to have some kind words from you about this sector and our platform. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ruchi, for inviting me here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. So continue with the same thing. I would like to give a little overview of the proficiency in which she is dealing. So Miss Ritika Vasudev is the innovator of SunDating ritual for guidance and coaching people for living more fulfilled lives. She is on a mission to touch millions of lives to spread joy, love, and peace. On a quest to guide people to live their highest potential, she learned many tools and techniques like NLP, Access Consciousness Bar, Yoga, Naturopathy, maximizing result in coaching. She innovated SunDating to guide people for their inner harmony, for peace, and for joy, of course. SunDating rituals bring balance between the trinity of mind, body, and soul. Wellness offers program to improve self-image through workshop, which is online and offline, conducted in both the manner, coaching, mentoring, and wellness retreats. So I think you people are very much aware with this thing that she is actually she has a very good knowledge and experience in this field, and she's an expert to this field. So definitely, if you will be having any queries for beauty and wellness sector, you can drop down the same on our platform, and we can arrange one-to-one session with her. Also, if you are having any startup idea for the same, if you want her to be the mentor or advisor to your new startup or business, you can drop your query to Business Chacha platform and we can connect you with her, and then you people can go ahead with your personal dealing. So Ritika ma'am, I'm really sorry if I just missed out any point of your proficiency over here, but the platform is all yours. And just to start with, I mean, definitely our viewers and me myself would love to know your educational background, like from where you have done your schooling, graduation, and rest of your things, and how was your experience in this industry till date, and how you got to know, realize that this is where you want to showcase your career and you want to put yourself in an established manner.
All right. Thank you, Ruchi, for asking me such a wonderful question, because I have had a very interesting journey. I joined this industry way back in 90s when the industry was very, very different than what we see now today. So when I joined, people didn't have a very fair idea about what beauty industry is all about. All they could understand was there is a parlor and there is a neighborhood parlor, and you go there and you get a facial maximum. And what is facial? To them, it's just application of couple of products on your face, some massage strokes, and that's about it. And to add to the premium service, in addition to the facial, is your manicure and pedicure. So they couldn't think of anything beyond these two basic services, right? So I joined the industry at that point in time, and that was accidental when I joined. It wasn't like planned that I would be in this industry. So it so happened that in 90s, I went to America to visit my aunt there. And that's where I got the exposure to the beauty industry. So I saw when I visited salons there, they were totally different than the way we had salons here in 90s. Like they were very much organized. The stylists were perfect. They had knowledge about the subject. They knew the science behind it. They were very well groomed. They talked to you like giving you personal consultation, like a doctor would talk to you, like giving you a diagnosis, you know. So it was very, very different. And I had not seen anything like that back home here at that point in time. So I was very impressed. So it was like all glamorous. It was, yes, hard work. It does look glamorous, but it is very hard work as well. I mean, in
Yeah.
fact, it is there in any kind of industry.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that got me really interested. So I learned a basic course from there. I learned basic skin and a couple of treatments from there. And I practiced there as an intern. So
Yeah.
I came back to India, and then I looked around that if I could find something, but there was nothing much to where I could go and work at that point in time. They were like very basic salons. So I wanted something different. So
Mm-hmm.
I started a training institute at that point in time. So
Okay.
that was very different, because when I would tell people that I have a training institute and they would ask me for what, I would tell them beauty, and they would like, just the jaws would drop. They would look at me like, beauty school? Who has a beauty school? Or who goes to a beauty school?
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
tell them, no, it's a proper course. You have to understand about the skin. And they would say, no, we'll go to the neighborhood parlor, we'll watch the therapist there and we learn. So, we don't require. So people could not even imagine that
Mm-hmm.
it's a subject you need to study just like any other technical subject.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
from there, I started and I got into trainings from there. So in my
Mm-hmm.
span of like 18, 19 years in this industry, I have been majorly into training and development. So starting from there and then convincing people that you come over and it's a training institute, you learn about course and you can be a beauty therapist, you can be a hairstylist. So at that point, people even couldn't understand the differentiation between like different job roles that we have now. We have very specified job roles now, that this is beauty, this is hair, this is makeup. But
Yeah.
that time, all they could understand and all they could think of was beautician. And the
Yeah, exactly.
beautician word summed up everything for them.
Yeah,
Beautician
exactly.
means giving you hair services, beautician means
Mm-hmm.
giving you beauty services, beautician means giving you makeup if required. But there was no segregation as such, which
Yeah,
we see
exactly.
today and which is much more organized today.
Yeah.
So starting from there, then things didn't go very well due to some reason. So I had to shut down my academy. Then I started working with brands. Then I started working with Ekta Cosmetic as their executive trainer for a brand they had got in skincare. Then
Yeah.
I worked with Bharti Taneja. Then I worked with Lembency Chrysalis. It was an academy which was accredited by Habia. Habia is a London board of beauty certification, beauty accreditation, just like we have CEDESCO. So that's Habia, Hair and Beauty
Okay.
Authority. And then I worked with Revlon as a training manager, training
Okay.
beauty advisors. Then I worked with Island FS, which is the largest skill development company in India, and they got into beauty. They were already doing other domains, and they got into beauty, and
Mm-hmm.
we connected and I worked as a beauty department for them. And then I worked with my last job was with VLCC as a technical head, but I was looking
Okay.
after their academies and their content and the trainers and everything, and introduced a
Mm-hmm.
couple of new courses also, like eyelash extensions and other things there. So it has
Mm-hmm.
been a very, very interesting journey. So coming from there, where people did not understand what a beauty is all about, all they could know is a facial. So
Yeah.
definitely, industry has come a long way. It has now people understand the importance of education in this industry. Now they understand this is complete science. Just like you go to a doctor, he can
Yeah.
touch your skin, he can do, because he's the one who's coming in contact with your body,
Yeah,
diagnosing and
exactly.
advising you treatments or performing treatments in you.
Yeah.
Same way, this is the industry just next to that, but the difference is you are going in here for a cosmetic purpose or beauty
Mm-hmm.
purpose or relaxation purpose. So
Hmm.
things have definitely changed over the years. And now we see that also. We see a lot of institutes here offering wonderful beauty courses. We have Lakme, we have VLCC, we have Orain, we
Yeah,
have a couple of
exactly.
brands now. And with more awareness growing, we are coming up with more institutes, more and more brands are coming into education part. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely things are looking very, very interesting. And that is how I got into the industry. And yes, so
Yeah.
things have been very, very I mean, if I talk about my graph personally, it has never been the same. It has been always rising, because this industry is very vast. It
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
just restrict to one sector. If I say, okay, my specialization is in beauty and I will be working in beauty all my life, no, there are so many things in this. This is a very, very vast field. If I talk about
Mm-hmm.
myself only, I have been into beauty, I've been into makeup, I've been into yoga, I've been into naturopathy, I've been into so many things. Like, and then now I have, like, gone a notch higher. now I am into complete wellness. Because
Yeah.
when I was training people, or when I was training students, or you can say therapists in the technical skill, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
realized that technical skill is okay, you can learn that, but then you need to work on the mindset, because it
Yeah.
is the one that actually determines where you will land up in your life, how successful you would be. So mindset
Hmm.
is equally important, and especially in
Hmm.
society like ours, where women has to be the balance maker between home and career. It becomes a little
Yeah.
difficult for her, because at times she has support at home, at times she doesn't have support at home, and she
Yeah.
has to excel in her career also, in her job also, and she has to equally manage the home also. So I
Exactly.
dealt with lot of concerns about, that was holding them back. So I started working on the mindset, and that is
Hmm.
how I progressed to other arenas of this industry and got into wellness. And I have innovated this technique, which is called sun dating. It's an amazing technique that not only heals the body, it heals your mind, it heals your emotional state. So the point here I want to make is that this industry is very, very big. You can never get bored of this industry. There is always something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely, I mean, the story was really inspiring and it was full of up and down. But yeah, I'm sure you have learned a lot, many things, and you are still on the voyage to learn, keep learning. So yeah, all the best to you. So you keep on excelling, and yeah, definitely, Ritika ma'am, as you mentioned about when like in 90s, the complete industry was in a different phase, and if we talk about today, it has very much like it has advanced in all the aspects. So how was it? I mean, a little overview. I mean, difference we would like to know. How was it back in 90s and now how it is now? So I mean, how difficult was it back then
Okay,
to survive in this industry and how was
the growth has been upwards from 90s to current date. It has been upwards and onwards. And yes, things were very different. As I
it?
said, that salons look totally different if I compare to the Western world, like where I had my first exposure. It looked totally different than what it
Mm-hmm.
was here. And the salons were not very much organized. They did not have different sections for hair, beauty, makeup, and there was no specification in the job role. There was one person doing all the job roles. So there was no specialization as such to say, but yes, they were experts. They were experts in their
Yeah.
job, whatever they were doing. But there was not any
Yeah.
specification that they could focus on any one particular given job role or one particular area. So that
Yeah.
was one thing. And then education was not something what people considered that it was required or it was important. All they could
Yeah.
think of in 90s was that okay, she's a girl and she's about to get married, so let her do this beauty course, because she can do it from home, she can operate from home, she doesn't need a professional
Yeah.
workplace, she can
Yeah.
operate from home. Or the
Yeah.
other was, oh, she's not very good in studies, so let her learn this beauty
Yeah.
course, and she can
Yeah.
work as a beautician and make a living for herself. So what she has to
Exactly.
do, she just has to learn basic facial, just apply cream
Mm-hmm.
and do some strokes, you do a facial, or just apply some wax and just pull the
Yeah.
strip and you do waxing. It's very easy. You don't need
Yeah.
brains to do this, and you can do this. So that was
Exactly.
one mindset that people had about anyone who entered beauty industry at that point in time. And people
Yeah.
did not looked upon with lot of respect to a therapist. They always thought, oh, she's someone who might not have excelled in studies, or she might have
Mm-hmm.
had some financial constraints. That is why she's working as a beautician here in the
Exactly. Exactly.
salon.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was a major, I think, limiting belief about this industry and
Yeah.
people's mindset toward it. But today, yes, things have changed a lot. Now people from all walks of life are coming into beauty industry, because that's greatly because of the companies who came into the education sector, right? Like
Yeah.
VLCC,
Exactly.
Lakme, the companies who
Yeah.
entered into the education part and who worked towards it to improve the standards of the industry. So definitely
Yeah.
credit goes to the educators in the industry, or Shanaz at that point in time. He
Definitely.
was a leading name at
Definitely.
that point. So all
Yeah.
these people who have actually set the standards for our industry. So education has played a very, very important role in shaping up the industry the way it is today. So that's
Yeah.
the difference.
Exactly.
That's one major difference. And the other major difference is in the specification of job roles. For
Mm-hmm.
example, I might be interested in beauty, but I might not be interested in hair, or I might be
Mm-hmm.
interested in learning makeup and doing makeup, being a makeup artist, but I might not be interested in giving you facials. So
Yeah.
that segregation has also helped a lot. So nowadays people are entering into field and they know which job role they want to do. So they don't have to study the entire module, entire programs. They can just pick what suits their requirement, what suits their taste, and they can pick
Yeah.
up a course and they can excel in that. And later when they
Exactly.
realize they want to add something more to the portfolio, then they can, venture into different directions. They can add hair, they can add nails, they can add eyelid extension, whatever that may
Yeah.
be. So
Yeah.
this is one change. Then organization, more organized ways of operating is one difference.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely with this pandemic, the focus has gone towards health and sanitation. It has gone towards that, which was a major concern in our Indian salons. There were salons who were following that, but some took it very casually. They did not realize that how serious this could be. So now
Yeah.
the world knows a small virus can actually get the world into a lockdown
Exactly.
and stop
Mm-hmm.
movement.
Yeah.
Have completely changed in past couple of months. So the focus has now shifted from the education sector to the education sector and also to the health and hygiene and sanitation. So these are
Exactly.
the major, you can say, the milestones that industry has actually worked upon to shape
Yeah.
the way it is today. So these are the
Yeah.
major differences that I have noticed, and I have
Yeah.
uh, it has been improved upon.
Yeah, definitely. I think one can witness the same differences, the one which you have mentioned. And I think also, if we talk about the figure of women who used to get into these services, used to consume these services back then in 90s were very small, but now a major chunk of like women's, even the men's are going to salons and taking all these services. So definitely, I mean, they are witnessing what is the prospect in future and how is the earning and how, I mean, the industry is having a certain part in the economy, and that's why, I mean, it is not that judgmental like it was back in 90s, like the way you mentioned that someone who is not very good in studies or something is entering into this, but it's not like that today. So yeah, definitely, I think that is one of the best thing. And on the same thing, I would like to know, ma'am, as you have already seen a good phase in the improvement of this sector. So I mean, there are a lot many viewers who are very much interested to get into this. They have lot many ideas of startup, or let's say they want to be specialist for certain kind of a thing. So, what are the different career aspects they can look forward in this sector and they can enter into it? I mean, what are the opportunities waiting for them?
Okay. Now, talking of opportunities, the first thing is that this is one industry which is recession proof. No matter what, wherever the economy goes, if you have to
Yeah,
get your eyebrows done, you have to get your
get
eyebrows
it.
done. If you need a
Yeah,
haircut, and we have witnessed this now that during lockdown when salons were all shut, how people were complaining about that they need a haircut, they need a hair touch,
yeah,
root touch up, they need this service, they need that service.
yeah,
They
exactly.
also realize the importance of it, that how salons or how grooming is an integral part of our lifestyles now. Way
Yeah.
back it wasn't a very important part, but yes, it was an important part to certain section of the society. But
Mm-hmm.
also, why I say certain section, because the beauty services were not easily or easily available, or salons were not, you could not find a good salon everywhere. You could only
Mm-hmm.
find them in the metros. In the rural
Mm-hmm.
areas, there was not much exposure to salons, or there were not
Mm-hmm.
many people who actually learned it and got into the business of beauty or salons there. So
Yeah.
also in terms of consumption, if we talk about, so we saw consumption, little consumption as compared to what we see today, because
Mm-hmm.
now beauty salons have reached every nook and corner of the country. Even if you go to a remote place, or even if you go to a small village, you see a salon nowadays. So earlier
Yeah.
people thought it's only the urban women who goes for these kind of treatments, but now, because it is available, it is accessible in the rural area, so now they go to salons there as well. Otherwise it
Mm-hmm.
was like only for special functions or weddings, a
Yeah.
village woman would go to a salon. right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but the point was not that they were not interested or they did not wanted to. It wasn't there. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
existed in their vicinity. So now
Yeah.
that is one thing. So the coming back to the question, you said what is the career opportunity? So
Yeah.
it's wonderful. It's growing, and it's going to grow and keep growing, right? With more
Definitely.
awareness coming about the industry, with people getting more conscious about the grooming part, and the personal care products also rising in the market. So definitely it's going to grow, and it's a
Yeah.
multi-million dollar industry worldwide. If I
Definitely.
talk about the global scenario, in India also it's a multi-million dollar
Yeah.
industry. Now
Yeah.
talking about the career aspects, so now the best part is that one can go to any of the leading institutes, like there's Blossom Culture, VLCC, as I said, there are a couple of institutes. They can go to any of the leading institutes and they can pick up a course. Now the course is divided, or I may say that beauty industry is the beauty salon courses are divided into sections. Like you can pick up from skin, which is your beauty part. You can pick up from hair, where you can be a hairstylist or a barber. You can pick up from makeup. You can become a makeup artist. Then there are different categories into it. What kind of makeup artist? Bridal, fashion, whatever that might be. Or you could pick up nails. Nails is such a big industry, and Gurpreet from Nail Spa
Exactly.
has done
Yeah.
wonderful here in setting up and bringing that awareness and bringing the industry of nails what it is today. So
Yeah.
you can pick up nails, and now the latest trend is eyelash extensions. So that's one. So whatever you might choose, but
Mm-hmm.
go and get a proper training. Don't just
Definitely.
learn it from here and there or a neighborhood salon without proper guidelines, without proper education. Go and get yourself a degree, a certificate, a diploma, whatever is applicable to the course. You get a course, get some experience, work in the salon. You learn about the tricks and trades of the industry, and then if you want to freelance, you can freelance. If you want to set up your own venture, you can do so. The opportunities are ample. You can do whatever you want to. And also, one thing is very important is how you network. Because if you have a
Mm-hmm.
skill, but if you're not networking, nobody's going to come to
Mm-hmm.
you. You have to go out
Mm-hmm.
and you have to tell people that you are available to offer these services. So
Yeah.
that's one very important part people have to learn, or anybody who's entering the industry has to learn, that it is all about networking. And of course any industry is about networking, and same goes for beauty industry. So how good you are with your skill, how good you are with your concepts is what will separate you from the crowd, right? And you can
Definitely.
have a beautiful career in this industry. You could become, then again, just like any industry, you have different job roles. One is you have picked up, for example, you picked up beauty, right? And
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about beauty, the starting job role is a beauty therapist. Then you can later become a supervisor in the salon. Then you can
Yeah.
become a manager. You can
Yeah.
become an educator, a trainer,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
can work with a cosmetic product, a beauty brand as their product trainer. You can
Yeah.
work with a beauty brand as a consultant, product development, or you can work
Mm-hmm.
in a marketing segment, and you can help them understand the customer's need and market their products accordingly, design the marketing campaigns with the technical skill, technical knowledge that you have. So the
Yeah.
opportunities are ample, the career opportunities are many. So it depends
Yeah.
what is your interest, but first learn the basics. Only then
Exactly.
you will move to the next level. Without learning the basics, you can't move to the next level. One thing
Exactly.
very important in the industry is client handling and client consultation. So even if
Hmm.
you have good skill, good knowledge,
Yeah.
but you do not
Yeah.
know how to handle your client, you do not know how to interact with your client or offer the right consultation, then that's
Mm-hmm.
drawback. So you have to be well
Definitely.
versed with all these areas, with the technical part, with the skill part, and with your communication part. And if you have these
Definitely.
skills, or if you develop these skills, you master these skills, then there is no looking back.
Definitely, definitely. So, I mean, yes, our expert has pointed out on four major things that you need to find out like where your interest lies. Then definitely go get a degree of it and then networking is very important. You need to like brand yourself, you need to get a vast network so that much and more clients can come to you. And customer relation and feedback is one of the major thing. I think every industry is following that. That is one of the very basic pillar which has turned out to be in current date. So yeah, Ritika ma'am, I think that was a wonderful answer. And just one more thing I would like to know, if we talk about the wellness part and tourism part. So if we come about the wellness tourism, it has like came up on a very vast scale, and I think the figures are continuously increasing, and I think whole world is now relying, I think major part is relying on our Ayurveda kind of a technique of healing, and we have lot many techniques of healing. So what is the future of this beauty and sector, wellness sector, with if we connect it with this tourism part? So I mean, let's say 15 years or 20 years down the lane, if we combine both these things, so how or where this industry will go and where we can see it?
Okay, now talking about wellness tourism, India is going to be a major destination for that. It has been, Kerala has been a major destination for medical tourism and beauty tourism also, you can say, in terms of Ayurveda, beauty treatments. Regarding Ayurveda, it has been a major, you can say, very popular with people from all across, not just India, but across the globe. It has been a very popular destination. And now with pandemic, people are relying on Indian wisdom of Ayurveda, Naturopathy, yoga, because this is something that just not works only on the external, but it works on your mind. So you need a trinity of mind, body, and soul to be at peace and at calm. And India, with its wisdom of Ayurveda, with its wisdom of Vedas, is, of course, a leader in this. So definitely this is on rise. So anybody who is looking to enter the wellness arena is, I think, is a wonderful choice they can make for themselves. But again, I would like to emphasize that they need to get a degree, whatever they want to learn, whether they want to learn Ayurveda in this, or they want to learn yoga in this, or they want to learn naturopathy, whatever area, or acupressure, whatever area they choose to, they must master it.
Yeah, definitely.
You may first you master, and then you go out in the market. Then you go, you make your network if you want to freelance, because if you want to freelance, you need a network. If you choose to work, then you already have a network because the company is already developed where you are going to work, right? But still, it is always good to expand and to learn more. So the opportunity is very fantastic. It's very growing. It's very it is very positive if anybody wants to make a choice to enter this industry. So it is not only related to spa, or it is not only related to a yoga studio. It is related to global business. And you can also offer the same online. Nowadays, with this pandemic thing, now people couldn't go out to a yoga studio. They couldn't go out to a gym. So people, the gym owners, the instructors, fitness instructors, yoga instructors, they moved online. So the growth is ample. You cannot even think. It's beyond imagination how much you can grow, and you can once you take your business online. So yes, it's going to grow.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, definitely the industry is on its voyage to grow, and it will keep on growing, and there is lot many prospect for you all to get into this and make your career excel. So yeah, Ritika ma'am, I think I would be asking you one last question to sum up the session, and that will be very sector specific. That there are, I mean, the way you talked about taking a specialization into certain thing, they can go and learn that thing in institution and get that degree. But there are people who might want to set up their whole let's say salon or parlor. So if we talk about the licensing and paperwork, I mean, degree is one thing, and what other kind of licensing and paperwork do they require if they want to keep their firm very legit and I mean, within the
All right. So it is like just any other business. You have to get your business name registered. You have to get the taxation part sorted. You have to get a GST. You have to get your license from the local authority. Then there are associations, hair and beauty associations, where you can register yourself. But definitely, whatever your local guidelines are in terms of local offices of business conduct, you have to get your license from there. And regarding keeping your business legit, one thing I would again emphasize is keeping registering your name, even if it's a proprietorship firm, right? And still get it registered, because it makes whole lot of difference when you're doing it in an organized manner, when you have a business name, when you have your papers in place, versus just doing it like this without a name, right? It makes whole lot of difference, because then there's a sense of belongingness. You feel that you have a business to manage, and there is a business you are accountable to. So it makes a whole lot of difference. So have your business name, have your GST, have your taxation, have an accountant to sort out your taxation part, to manage your profit and loss accounts, whatever that is. It doesn't matter that you have to have big volumes, even if you're starting up, whatever it is, whatever amount is coming in the business or going out of business, still have proper paperwork and keep it very, very much organized, and go and get yourself an MSME registration also. So in India, MSME registration is a must, and you can go in for GST. These two things are must, and your business name registration. Rest depends on your local guidelines, where you need to get your local licensing, whether you're renting a place, then you need to get your rent agreement, or if you're purchasing, then looking into the land, is it a commercial place or what? Then they're different. But the major ones are these: getting your business registered, getting your taxation sorted out.
Okay, fine. So yeah, I think that was way informative, and definitely I think Ritika ma'am, we are at the end of our session, and would like to have some of your kind words regarding the services which Business Charcha is delivering. I mean, the idea with which Business Charcha has came into the market. So some word of yours, like what you are feeling about it, how your experience is to get after getting empaneled with us, and just few words for our budding entrepreneurs who are looking forward to create their career in this beauty and wellness sector.
I think Business Charcha is doing a wonderful job. It's becoming a platform where they are you can say, bringing all the experts together for guidance to new entrepreneurs. So that is what is required and need of the hour, because now more and more people are thinking of getting into their own business with pandemic, because they saw that jobs are not reliable, right?
Exactly.
And it doesn't provide you security anymore. So more people are getting into entrepreneurship, whatever their area of business might be. And you are doing an amazing job in this platform by empaneling people from diversified fields and bringing that experience and that knowledge to the budding entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Ritika.
I would like to say, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is all just because of the support and backing we are getting from you people and you as an expert. And so yeah, we are here at the end of the session, and I'll be requesting all our viewers, like whosoever has found this session to be very interesting and they think that really want to get in touch with Ritika ma'am for their further conversation, below in the description box you can land to Business Charcha website. You can go to beauty and wellness sector profile, and there you can find her profile personally with the name of Ritika Vasudev. You can drop down your query, and then we can arrange your one-to-one session with her if you want to get her on your platform as advisor or mentor for your startup or already establishing business. So yeah, thank you so much, Ritika ma'am, for providing your valuable time and knowledge. And this session was just a little overview. I think there is a lot much more to know and to disseminate, and we'll keep on arranging such session with you so that we can keep on narrating much more about this industry.
Thank you so much, Ruchi.
Yeah,
it was wonderful being here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.